And this is a Fox News Alert. More breaking news tonight. Fox News can confirm that the Deputy AG, Rod Rosenstein, is expected to leave the Department of Justice in mid-March. Now, this comes on the heels of bombshell revelations relating to his conduct while at the department. You got to remember, back in 2016, a small group of high-ranking, unelected, unaccountable bureaucrats with a dark political agenda, they sought to undermine then candidate, then president-elect, and ultimately undo the election of we, the people. First, they rigged and fixed the Hillary Clinton email investigation so she would not be charged with the Espionage Act felonies and, of course, obstruction of justice, because we can all delete 33,000 subpoenaed emails, right? And now we're learning that this agenda was even deeper than we ever realized, with that so-called insurance policy put in place to bludgeon President Trump should he win, put in place by the very people that believe Trump voters were smelly Walmart people. Hillary should win 100 million to 0. That's why they saved their favorite candidate. Anyone else would have been charged. And according to disgraced FBI official Andrew McCabe, he's saying in May 2017, there were actual discussions with Deputy AG Rod Rosenstein to wear a wire in meetings with the president in the hopes of invoking the 25th Amendment. Were they planning on a warrant here? Take down a duly elected commander-in-chief because their chosen candidate lost? And as our own Catherine Herridge reports, 2 so-called unnamed cabinet members were actually on board with this insane plan, coup. And while Rosenstein has offered a carefully worded denial, McCabe says that it was Rod Rosenstein who, quote, was absolutely serious about recording the president. Now, I want to be very clear. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative here. This abuse of power should scare everybody. This almost happened in the United States of America. We're not a banana republic. Those that are shouting the loudest that we need to preserve our institutions, well, they're the biggest offenders of weaponizing the powerful tools of intelligence. They thought they knew better than the American people. First, it was about stealing an election, stopping Trump from becoming president, then staging a coup to remove a duly elected president, to pursue their own self-serving agenda. They're smarter than us, smelly Walmart people, which was to preserve the swamp and the deep state. And it's all on full display because now they're starting to turn on each other, because now they're panicking and they know they got caught. Remember, Comey, Rosenstein, Andrew McCabe, Sally Yates, all of them signed off on Hillary Clinton's FISA warrant application using Hillary's bought and paid for, unverified, uncorroborated, phony Russian research. And then not only propagandized and lied to the American people to help Hillary win, well, then, of course, they used it as the basis, bulk of information in a FISA application 4 times. They certified that that phony bought and paid for dossier was verified. We now know it was never verified and that they made material false statements to a FISA court denying a fellow American his constitutional rights. Even the dossier's author, under oath in Great Britain, in an interrogatory said, I don't know if any of this is true. It's 50-50. It's raw intelligence. They used the Clinton bought and paid for Russian lies. They first used it to lie to you and manipulate you and propagandize you, the American people, before the election to help Hillary. And then, of course, to spy on the Trump campaign before and after the election. Then to launch this phony witch hunt Mueller probe to cover their own misdeeds, their insurance policy, after the president was rightly firing Comey. And all the while, Rosenstein apparently scheming to surveil the president, invoke the 25th Amendment to tape him. Attorney General, Mr. Barr, it's up to you to stand on the Constitution, to stop this type of corruption, to reform this great agency that we all love, and that is the FBI. Not these guys, but you owe it to the rank and file, those guys that do the honest work every day, and hold these individuals in the upper echelon accountable and reestablish credibility to the embattled FBI and DOJ. Kimberly Strassel, Wall Street Journal, says, quote, that's the Justice Department, Mr. Barr, arrives to lead a hot mess of finger-pointing, leaks, planted press narratives, obstruction, and extraordinary self-righteousness. It's long overdue for decisive action in ending this dysfunction and this corruption. Now, of course, these major revelations are being ignored by Democrats and their willing accomplices in the hate Trump media. They're even laying the groundwork for more investigations into their, quote, collusion narrative with no information. Look at Shifty Adam Schiff, biggest liar in Congress. Look at what he says.
He finds that there was no direct collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. Will you accept that?
Well, we're going to have to do our own investigation, and we are. We'll certainly be very interested to learn what Bob Mueller finds.
Will you accept the findings separate from the investigation that you're doing?
You know, I will certainly accept them in this way, Dana. I have great confidence in the special counsel. And if the special counsel represents that he has investigated and not been interfered with and not been able to make a criminal case, then I will believe that he is operating in good faith.